If you are a true devotee of God, He can convey His good message even through a little child. The teacher says to the kid, "We were only wondering, how would you pray to God if you are unable to go to the temple?" I imagined the Shiva temple in my mind. I did pradakshina by chanting mantra in the temple prahara, and the temple priest was doing Deepa Arati to God. I then worshipped by doing Shashtang Pranam to him. This, dear devotees, is the first step of meditation or dhyana. It is my humble request to everyone to follow this and benefit.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraga, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dear devotees, a hearty welcome to you all on behalf of Guru Amritam channel. I am Satish, a spiritual volunteer in Guru Amritam team and a software engineer by profession. India is a land of spirituality. It has given to this world many great sages and rishis from time to time, who have enlightened and guided people to cross this ocean of life and fulfill the purpose of our birth. We feel blessed and grateful to God for giving us our beloved Guruji, RID Shiva. The divine messages in Hindu Sanatana Dharma have been conveyed by Guruji in a very simple and practical way that anyone can understand and follow in their life to be successful. Guruji's Tamil speeches are available in Deviga Tendral YouTube channel. It has reached and benefited a lot of people. To reach more and more people around the globe, his disciple Guruji Raghavendra, who is also a senior software engineer in USA, has translated it in English. We are happy to share them with you through this channel. Childhood period is the golden period of our life. True, isn't it? If we sow the seeds of spirituality in child's mind, it will help them to shine in whatever they do. They will always travel in the right path throughout their life. Our nation will prosper with wise people if every child is spiritually educated. Hence, it is the important duty of every parent to give their child the spiritual knowledge. Today, in the first episode of this channel, we present you an interesting story that beautifully articulates this. Let's watch it.
Dear devotees, my heartfelt good wishes to you all and namaste. In general, God can give His guidance, His message by any means. We can even say this with a beautiful phrase. If you are a true devotee of God, He can convey His good message even through a little child, only if one has ears that are eager to listen sincerely. Let us get to a story. There were 3 friends. One was a math teacher, a Tamil teacher, and finally an English teacher. All 3 were very good friends. It is the birthday of the son of Tamil teacher that day. The Tamil teacher says to his friends, "It is my son's 5th birthday today. I would like to invite you both for dinner. My wife has prepared great food on this occasion. We would like you to come to our house and bless our son with good wishes." The friends say, Yes, we will definitely come." And they arrive with gifts in the evening. As it was hot summer time of the year, the chairs and tables were kept outside the house for the guests. The friends got seated comfortably and were enjoying the nice evening breeze. Hello uncle, calls the birthday boy, happily greeting both the teachers. He comes near and sits next to them. It was a beautiful evening. The crescent moon looked very beautiful. Looking at the beautiful crescent moon, the math teacher asks the boy, "How does this crescent moon appear to your eyes?" The boy says, "My mom served me nice round dosa today. She folded the dosa in half and put it on my plate. The moon looks like that folded dosa to me," he says. Both the teachers feel happy and were very impressed with the boy's answer. They appreciate the boy's ability to imagine and give answer like this and say, very good. The English teacher then says to the boy, "Okay, today is your birthday. Did you go to the temple?" The boy says, "In the morning itself, my mom got me nicely dressed and we all went to the Shiva temple and came back. She always tells me to chant the mantra when going to the temple. Even today, she insisted me to chant the mantra. What mantra? Asks the teacher. It is Om Namah Shivaya Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya Namo Namaha. Om Siva Surya Narayanaya Namo Namaha. Om Satchidanandaya Namo Namaha. Om Sadgurunathaya Namo Namaha. When going to the temple, I constantly chant this mantra in my mind. Inside the temple, I watched the puja, Deepa Arati, Archana for God, and we all came back home with a clear mind. So my temple visit was over in the morning itself, says the kid. Very good, my boy, very good, says the teacher. The other teacher now says to the kid, now I am going to ask you a question. Let's say you are not able to go to the temple for some reason. Now tell me, how would you pray to God? Now both the teachers were very eager to listen to what the boy is going to say. Oh, that is not a problem at all, replied the boy. Let me show you, says the kid, and sits silently. He remains silent for about 3 minutes. The teachers wonder what this kid might be doing and try to talk to him. Now, we all must have seen how teachers at school make the kids be quiet, right? The kid immediately puts his finger on his lips and indicates to the teachers, you both don't talk to me now. The teachers smile and remain quiet as instructed by the kid. After about 3 minutes, the kid takes his index finger from his lips and comes out of his silence. He then inquires the teachers, what were you trying to ask me? The teacher says to the kid, we were only wondering, how would you pray to God if you are unable to go to the temple? Now tell us. Okay, now I will tell you what I did in the last 3 minutes. I imagined the Shiva temple in my mind and went straight to the temple. Once I was there, I did pradakshina by chanting mantra in the temple prahara. Then I went inside near God and the temple priest was doing Deepa Arati to God. I then worshipped by doing Shashtang Pranam to him. Then the priest offered flowers and did Archana. I watched all of that while chanting the mantra. I then came outside and saw devotees were pulling the golden chariot. The priest there was also doing Deepa Arati to God. Everyone was watching how the golden chariot went round and round the temple. I also watched it. All the devotees were chanting mantra and were worshipping God. I also chanted the mantra and worshipped God there. After that, I came back right here. This is what I did in this 3 minutes. And the kid finishes talking. The teachers go silent for a second and together clap their hands and say, brilliant, brilliant. Now tell me, kid, how did you come to know about all this? Asks the teacher. The boy says, my mom only taught me all this. When my mom tells me something, I always listen and grasp it very quickly. When I'm playing or when I'm doing homework, if I suddenly remember God, I immediately go to the Shiva temple in my mind and pray to God like this and come back. Now the teacher thinks it is very, very true that if we are ready to listen sincerely, God shall give His guidance and even speak to us by entering the mind of even a little boy. So the most important point here is, we should never forget God for any reason. We may be doing any kind of work, that's right. Any kind of work is fine. But like the kid said, if we remember God while doing that work, it becomes worship. And this is real Karma Yoga. Everyone must remember God at all times and do their work and never forget Him. If you think about it, the mother of this child has taught the kid about God beautifully. She is an excellent mother and a great example to all the mothers. She planned how her child needs to grow up with good discipline and then achieved it. Because of this mother, the boy's knowledge will definitely bring good to the nation. It will bring good discipline to the kid. Kids like this, after they grow up, will also spread this knowledge to others. We all know everyone in this world is born the same way. But how a child is brought up is very, very important, and the parents play a very important role. Even though rainwater falls the same way in different places, but it differs in quality based on the earth on which it is falling. Similarly, depending on the situation and place where a child is born, the spiritual growth of a child can be enriched. Even if you are not brought up like this kid, don't worry. We have the opportunity to make it right. And for that, we should pray to God to bless us with friendship of devotees and good people. Now the teachers were about to take leave. They both feel very impressed and pleasantly surprised by this kid. They praise the mother on how she raised such a good boy. The teachers say, if the world is filled with mothers like her, our Hindu Dharma will prosper and become even great. But the mother replies, dear sir, mothers like me do exist, and that you can't be surprised at me. I myself know of many seniors who have developed many mothers like me. The mother humbly thanks God for the grace bestowed upon her and her kid. If we really listen to this, in our lifetime, we all should come together, put our time and effort for the sake of improvement of our Hindu society. In general, meditation or dhyana means remembering, thinking about God. It is a practice to clearly see His form in our mind and make Him reside in our mind permanently. For example, in order for a good thought to firmly take root in our mind, we need to constantly repeat that thought in our mind. Everyone remembers how we used to learn multiplication in our childhood. We used to repeat it 10, 20, or 30 times, or even more times to remember it. Similarly, we should visualize God in our mind by constantly repeating His mantra. Repeat and visualize His form constantly in our mind. If we are able to think about God like this, it is most definite and certain that God will reside in the heart of our mind permanently. Reason is that our mind becomes a likable place for God. Because we are thinking about Him again and again by chanting His name, visualizing His form, always in our mind, the mind is purified and truly becomes a temple of God. This, dear devotees, is the first step of meditation or dhyana. It is my humble request to everyone to follow this and benefit. My heartfelt thanks to everyone for listening, and namaste.
Thank you very much, Guruji, for explaining the first step of dhyana with this beautiful story. The great scientist Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. In this story, we saw how the mother has taught the little boy to imagine the temple in his mind and to remember God at all times. As the child always has Bhagavan in his mind, he will develop into an ethical person with high morals and will spread divinity and harmony in the society. We all want to give our child good food, good clothing, good shelter, education. That is perfectly fine. But above all of this, if we give our children the spiritual knowledge, God will guide them always to travel in the right path and be successful in their life. Our Hindu community will prosper in all aspects. Let us remember the golden saying, a devotee praying to God by chanting mantra will achieve success in everything. We hope you liked this video. Please subscribe and share it with your family and friends. Thank you.